What's going on, YouTube? Donnie Chocolate here, the barbershop professor, coming at you with another discussion topic. Today, a gentleman who's been in the news a lot, Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida. I got a few thoughts on him, kind of them are two-part, right? One of them being him standing in and praising the quote-unquote Good Samaritan, the killer of Justin Perry, right? The person who died in the subway, who was choked to death on the subway, right? The other one is this education tear that he's been on. Now, one, understand this, and this is probably not a surprise to most of you, but Ron DeSantis is just another arm of what Donald Trump represented. He might be a little less brash, a little bit less in your face. At the same time, he's looking up to uphold a certain status quo that has been literally deadly to a large population in this country. And I think we got to realize that he's no better than Trump. And to some degree, you already know my opinions on this. If you watch any of my videos, that all of the status quo, whether you're on the left or the right, Republican or Democrat, are a part of that status quo, upholding some of the detrimental systems that really keep people down, right? You can start naming all different types of groups, all different types of categories. These systems are the systems that they uphold because they benefit from them. Okay, so that's where I stand. Ron DeSantis, right? He decided to come up and give a speech about how Florida welcomes Good Samaritans. And in Good Samaritans, he was connecting that again to Justin Perry's killer, right? We have to be mindful. This only comes up in the sense that when it's a white man killing black people, right? Now we get the Good Samaritan. Now we get the self-defense. Now we get, the pride behind taking action, right? Really, I mean, you could just take a look at it yourself, right? It's been reported that, this person, right, who killed this other person on the subway has amassed over $2 million to support his defense. Where is that money coming from? What would motivate someone so bad in this instance that they would organize or give anything to this gentleman? It's very convenient that they want to mention his military record, right? It's very convenient that they're like, he's not a white supremacist, right? He's not a card-carrying KKK member. He's not a skinhead. He probably got even some friends that are people of color, some friends that are black, right? So all these things mask the message that is being sent, the message that's being proliferated, right? Again, over and over and over and over and over. It's okay to kill black people. Part of it too, part of the discussion needs to be taken off this gentleman, even though he deserves a good, this killer, right? This person who killed somebody deserves a good amount of the conversation. I think a good portion of the conversation also needs to go into systems. This is a system we have. This person killed somebody on the subway and wasn't even arrested, wasn't even detained, wasn't even charged with something until there was an uproar of protests of people who cared. This is a message. And this is a message to other white people who might be similar, right? That it's okay to kill a black person if you feel it's necessary. No matter what the circumstance is, right? No matter how serious the offense is. If you deem it's necessary, it's okay to kill black people. That is the message that Ron DeSantis is proliferating. And we know Florida's history, right? We can start talking about Trayvon Martin, right? His killer has been able to make a living off of killing that black child. Just think about that. That man killed a black child, and people find it within their hearts to support this man based off of that alone. Cause I ain't saying his name on purpose, right? I ain't even going, whatever. He ain't did nothing for the world. He ain't did nothing for you personally. He ain't do nothing but kill this child. Another aspect of this, right? Self-defense. Oh, he was just being a good Samaritan. He was helping other people out. He was being disruptive. In the case of Trayvon Martin's death, you got people on 911 saying, hey, don't approach him. Don't approach him. Well, he approaches him in the rain. Oh, he looks weird. He has a hoodie on in the rain. He's so suspicious, right? So he approaches this kid. Kid probably scared to death. Gets into a fight, probably getting his butt whooped. Oh, I'm gonna pull out a gun and shoot somebody. That's not self-defense. That's putting yourself in a situation. And the message that was sent in the case of Trayvon Martin is that it's okay. You can make every wrong decision leading up to the incident, but because you feared for your white life, right? And even Trayvon Martin's killer might be labeled Hispanic or Latino, but there's white people in that community too, right? You could be black or whatever and still be a champion of the status quo, right? That doesn't matter. These are messages that are being sent, and the people who are behind these people, who are supporting the people who are the killers on that end, right? We're not talking about family members. We're not talking about people who actually know him. We're just talking about people out of nowhere. They look to support Black Death. They look to send a message that it is okay. You're going to have to do a lot of convincing. You're going to have to show me a lot of evidence. If you're in the comments, you're going to have to give me something to prove me wrong and to change my mind on this altogether.